Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn y como siempre, I'm so grateful you are here. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You already know the goodness of this energy reading, and if you are new here, welcome as well. If you enjoy lifestyle, spirituality, self-development, journaling, all of that good stuff, then make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my weekly videos and you join in on this beautiful growing community. This energy reading is intended for us to gain a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of the overall energies surrounding the upcoming couple of weeks. We do have a full moon in Pisces taking place on August 30th, 31st, depending on where it is that you are in the world. And we're transitioning into the month of September. The month of August began with a super full moon. Then we had a new moon. And now we're ending the month of August with another super full moon. And that has just made this month, as many of you may have felt and noticed and experienced, just such a emotional, eventful month. And I just felt called, especially after having spoke with one of my past class registrants earlier this week, to receive and share a reading with you all, because I feel affirmed that those of you who align to this video are meant to receive the messages that come from this reading, and I too am meant to receive the messages that are going to come from this reading. I have already cleansed my space, cleansed myself, did a whole ritual leading up to this reading to ensure that I am a pure channel, pure vessel, vehicle, voice to be receiving and relaying these messages. If you would like to go through a cleansing ritual yourself to fully open yourself up to receive these messages, please go ahead and do so. If you'd like to grab a journal to write down the messages that really resonate with you, I encourage you to do so as well. Before we get into it, I just want to make a disclaimer that I do live in the city, and I have decided to just leave the windows open as I did smudge this room. So if there are any neighborly noises in the background at any point in this video, I just am affirming that we will remain centered and grounded throughout the reading. Okay, thank you so much in advance for being here and for receiving this. I truly am so honored. I have already shuffled the decks and we already have some messages for us that soon as they came out, I'm already feeling very inspired to speak on these cards. But let's check and see if there are any others. And before I do so, let's light this incense, which serves as a continued cleanse, but also serves as a timer for myself. Okay, y'all. Of course, we will be tapping into the energy of the Pisces full moon that we have coming up. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up surrounding that. Lunation. What's the overall energy for the upcoming couple of weeks ahead as we progress towards the Pisces full moon and transition into the month of September? What are the overall energies? Okay, we got a couple more cards that came out that I will get to, but first I want to get to the card that I shuffled as I prep for this reading that just flew out and landed facing upwards and just felt like this is the main overall energy that we're being encouraged to remind ourselves of, is that we are not alone, that we always are surrounded by our guardian angel, and that our guardian angel, our spirit team, our loving ancestors, all the sacred ones, wise ones, ascended masters are with us, are supporting us, are accessible to us, are desiring for us to open ourselves up to receive their guidance, their support, their presence in our lives. And I'm just sensing that this really is this is and has been a time for us to be more intentional about and more attentive about our receptivity towards our spirit team, towards the spiritual guides that are available to us, and especially our guardian angel that has been assigned to us since birth, that is always surrounding us, whether or not we are consciously aware of it, whether or not we have opened ourselves up to receive the protection, the love, the support, the guidance of our guardian angel. And we see a white feather here. If you are ever to see a white feather upon your path, know that very much may well be your guardian angel letting you know that they're there. And I encourage you to be more attentive about noticing all the ways in which spirit is attempting to communicate with you. You are not alone. This month, having begun with a super full moon, ending with a super full moon, and this full moon that we're coming up on being in Pisces, it's just a very spiritual energy. And what I'm sensing is that we are being called to really ground our spiritual self with our human self and allow the wisdom of our spirit to be present within our human experience, and know that in moments where we may very much feel alone in our human experience, we very much so are not alone. We also got Earth Mother to feel loved and comforted. I feel like a lot of what's been coming up for us has, for many, felt chaotic, has triggered a lot of feelings of uncertainty and anxiety and sadness and grief and confusion. And when we are experiencing these kinds of seasons in our lives, it's so important for us to ground ourselves and not dissociate, right? Because a lot of times when we are going through immense challenges and difficulties, humans in this society that we've been conditioned by have the tendency to dissociate. And one of the main ways in which we dissociate ourselves is through distracting ourselves from what we're feeling. This month has somewhat forced us, the energy of this month it's felt forced, that as hard as we try to distract ourselves, we can no longer push certain needs aside. We can no longer be denying certain truths in our lives that need to be addressed. And it's so important that during those times where we are experiencing such seemingly intense energies, that we are grounding ourselves and that we turn to Mother Nature and understand that nature is very healing, especially for our nervous system. And it is so important for us. This is something that I've increasingly come to understand in my healing journey and awakening journey, is that there's so much power in learning how to calm your nervous system and regulate your emotions by calming your nervous system. And Mother Nature is such a powerful, quote unquote, tool. I will more so say such a powerful friend for us to turn to assist us in the calming of our nervous system and the grounding of our energy. And know that the simple fact that Mother Earth is supporting you under your feet every single day is giving you a ground, a foundation of which to walk upon in this life is already such an immense, expansive, beautiful reflection of how Mother Earth supports you and loves you and is there for you. So please be intentional about grounding yourself and not getting carried away in your emotions, in your external circumstances. Turn to nature, turn to Mother Earth for grounding, for support in calming yourself. And also for assisting you and holding safe space for you as you take the time to reflect. This is a very, very, and has been a very, very reflectional time for us as a collective, and especially for those of you who have aligned to this video. Again, I'm affirming that all those who are meant to receive the messages from this video align to this video. So if you align to this video, then there are absolutely some messages that you are meant to hear. This month, and as we continue to progress into the remainder of this month and towards the Pisces full moon, August was really like looking at yourself in the mirror, right? Like facing the mirror, right? Facing ourselves, facing our shadows, facing our light. Again, it's been one of those months, it's been one of those seasons, it's been that time where we can no longer run away, we can no longer turn a blind eye, we can no longer be in this denial of certain needs in our lives that need to be taken care of, that need our attention. We may have been putting something off in our lives, we may have been avoiding something, right? Out of fear, out of discomfort, out of inconvenience, for whatever reason it may be. This month was that month of, okay, you can no longer be avoiding this. You can no longer be denying this. You can no longer be turning a blind eye to this. You are looking in the mirror. And this has caused a lot of introspection for us, right? It's caused many of us to turn inward in ways that, again, have felt uncomfortable, that may have triggered a lot of dense emotions, which again is why it's important for us to remind ourselves that our spiritual support team is there for us. We're not alone. It's so important that we remind ourselves to ground ourselves and not dissociate, especially not through distraction, as so many of us have a tendency to subconsciously. And for us to continue to take intentional time to be looking in the mirror and to be intentionally reflecting as to, one, what are the things that we've been denying, that we've been avoiding, that we've been disassociating from? Two, why have we been denying and avoiding and disassociating from XYZ? And three, where is our power in this situation, right? One, the power is in finally looking in the mirror and facing whatever it is head on, right? With love, with compassion, with the sincere desire to no longer be running away and to really take care of this thing that needs to be taken care of. There's so much power in that, and don't underestimate the power of allowing yourself to fully become aware of these things and of your emotions and of what your triggers are. But also taking our power back in not only the awareness, but in taking right action, right? Right action is action that is rooted in love for ourselves, love for those who surround us, love for life, and really allowing ourselves to reflect on where it is that we have control and where it is that we don't have control, and surrendering to what we don't have control and taking action on what it is that we do have control over. So this is and has been, again, a very introspective, turning inward, really taking a good look at yourself in ways that you may have been avoiding. It's that time, y'all. And this is why I have just honestly felt called to and affirmed to do this reading, so that we know that we're not alone through this season that so many of us are in, and be affirmed that it's temporary, be affirmed that it's with the intent, it is all being orchestrated by the divine for our highest good, that we do live in a friendly universe that is on our side, and to trust the unfoldment and to trust our intuition on what it is that we're feeling called to take care of within ourselves and around ourselves. We've also, wow, look at this. So we've got the card of taking care of our needs, right? This is what literally I've just been talking about right now, is the energy, the emphasis, the encouragement from the divine for us to take care of our needs and no longer put them off, right? I'm feeling that many of us have known what these needs are and have been delaying taking care of them. It's like we may have taken care of it a little bit here, a little bit there, but we've been putting it off, and it's now just come a time where it's like, nah, bro, like you can't be putting it off anymore. You got to take care of this. You got to face it head on, and transmute the fear into love, right? Take care of your needs, y'all. What are the needs that you know you need to take care of in this season of your life? And also, another affirmation here of what I was just saying, to stay rooted and grounded. We've got the Earth Guardian here. So not only are we being reminded that we've got our lovely Earth Mother supporting us, holding us, creating safe space for us to feel, to move, to live, to be alive. But we've also got the Earth Guardian that's showing up, that is present, that is letting itself be known in this reading and saying, stay rooted, stay grounded, right? Don't fall back into those patterns of disassociating from your body, disassociating from your emotions, disassociating from your human experience because it's too hard, because it's too uncomfortable, because there's so much unknown. Turn to Earth, turn to nature to assist you in grounding yourself, to assist you in calming your nervous system, to assist you in remaining rooted in your body, in your feelings, and releasing those energies to Mother Earth, right? You can surrender dense emotions, dense energy that has been in your body that is rising up to the surface. You can affirm while you're out in nature, while you're even speaking to one of your houseplants, and surrendering that lovingly over to Mother Earth to take care of for you. Okay? The last two messages that we have here is 1, the seer, to see beyond your current situation, and 2, the white witch, to be the light. Okay? Y'all, see beyond the current situation, okay? I know that during these seasons, during these times, during these moments where we're having these really intense energies come up and surround us, especially as a collective, when there's a lot of us going through a similar experience, we can all just feel it more intensely. See beyond the current situation. Know that it is temporary. Don't attach yourself to what is happening in this moment because it is only a moment. Don't create an identity out of what it is that you're going through, because it is not who you are. It is simply something that you are experiencing. There is a significant difference between that, okay? Don't make a home out of what is temporary, okay? Don't allow your external circumstances to define you, okay? See beyond the current situation. See the bigger picture. See how this is all actually working for your favor. Understand that you are facing what you are facing in this moment because you not facing it for however long it has been that you have been turning that blind eye was just not sustainable for you, for your foundation, for your descendants, for where it is that you're headed, for who it is that you're meant to become. There are just certain patterns, certain habits, certain cycles, certain situations, certain environments, certain relationships, certain ways of thinking, certain ways of being that just can no longer move forward with you. See beyond the current situation. And even if it doesn't make sense right now, know that one day you're going to look back and be grateful that this has all happened the way that it has, when it has. And be the light. Be the light that is shedding the light over the darkness, that is transmuting the darkness into light. Okay? All right. Should any challenges or obstacles arise emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, personally, professionally, relationally, what is the collective being encouraged to turn to? What energies, what themes, what reminders would you like to communicate to those who are tuning into this reading? We got one that came out, but one that also just flew out and was facing upright is this card that I feel is the main card surrounding the seeming challenges and difficulties and obstacles, is how we're simultaneously going through this healing and through this chaos, right? It's like everything feels chaotic, but there's also so much healing going on through, like, within the chaos. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going through so much healing and awakening and transformation, and I'm awake, I'm becoming more aware, but also, oh my gosh, everything is so chaotic and everything is just a mess and everything's falling apart. There's this simultaneous energy that's taking place right now within the challenges and within the seeming obstacles and difficulties that you are going through. Know that there is so much healing taking place, and especially those of you who are, and I know all of you who are watching this are stepping into your courageous energy and finally facing the things that you've needed to face, finally taking right action towards taking care of what it is that you've needed to take care of. I love how we have this imagery of the tornado that's just being destructive, right? It's just destroying everything in its path, but there's also these butterflies, and the butterfly is the symbol of transformation, right? It is such a beautiful being in this life that I'm grateful to share this life experience with, because the butterfly lets us know that there are these phases of transformation to ascend to our higher potentials. And sometimes we're in the cocoon and everything's dark and it's unknown and we don't know what's going on and what we're transforming to, what's on the other side. And sometimes it looks like the discomfort of growing the wings and just like becoming a whole new person, and it feels weird and uncomfortable. And just know that as chaotic as life may feel, there is so much healing going on, and it's all happening on purpose. Trust the process and focus on the abundance that surrounds you, right? It's so important, again, for us to see beyond the current situation, for us to not get so fixated on the tornado that's destroying everything in its path, to not just be focused on the things that are quote unquote going wrong, and to allow ourselves to focus on the abundance. Okay, where is there abundance in my life? Okay, I still feel abundant in love. I got so much love in me. It feels like it's just, regardless of what's going on in life, I love life still. I love myself still. I love my partner still. Whatever that love, that abundance of love looks like for you. Maybe you have an abundance of ideas, regardless of what you're going through in life. You just always seem to have an abundance of ideas. All of us always have an abundance of air, an abundance of space, an abundance of blood streaming in our bodies, an abundance of cells recreating themselves, an abundance of renewal, right? Because we're always in this state of renewal, and life is always sustaining us. This divine intelligence that exists within us is abundant. Our energy is abundant, whether or not we feel it, whether or not we're aware of it. There's infinite energy within and all around us. What is the abundance in your life that you have? Make it a priority, especially in seasons where you feel limited, where you are falling into those illusions of scarcity. Make it a priority to call out the abundance in your life. Like if you go on a walk, oh, I see you, abundance in the air. I see you, abundance in the trees. I see you, abundance in the soil. I see, call it out. Let it really be known to your mind, to yourself, that the abundance is always there. Flexibility. Right now, as there is so much change going on internally and externally, and so important that we allow ourselves to be flexible within the challenges, within the difficulties, within the seeming obstacles, that we be flexible, that we be adaptable, right? That we be in a state of flow, and that we not allow our ego to make us so fixated that it has to be this way or no way. No, it's not the time for that right now. Ego, right now is the time for us to be agile, for us to be flexible, for us to be adaptive to wherever it is that spirit is leading us. Delight, allowing ourselves to experience delights, the delight of the present moment, the delight of a nice summer breeze, the delight of a loving friend, the delight of a heartwarming reading, the delight of uplifting content, the delight of the singing birds in the morning. Allow yourself to tune into the energy, the frequency of delight. Allow yourself, give yourself the permission to experience delights, okay? Again, don't allow yourself to get so caught up in the, oh my gosh, like the victim mode and the everything is not working out how I wanted. Like, don't fall into the doomsday energy. Yes, acknowledge what's happening. Yes, validate yourself and how you're feeling. Yes, accept how everything is unfolding in this season of your life. Yes. But don't block yourself from the truth that life is always beautiful, that life is always delightful, that it is a miracle that we're alive having this experience. And call upon protection, okay? Protect yourself from those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Protect yourself from low vibrational energies that may be causing you to be so fixated on what's going wrong. Again, that encouragement and reminder that we've been given earlier in this reading to turn to our guardian angel, to turn to our spirit team, and make ourselves receptive, open, and available to receive divine guidance, divine protection, divine love and support. Okay, what should we focus? What should the collective focus on healing as we progress towards the Pisces Full Moon? What is the collective being encouraged to focus on when it comes to our healing? Okay, we've got masculine energy. Masculine energy, healthy masculine energy is the energy of taking initiative, is the energy of speaking the truth, is the energy of being impeccable with your word, right? Doing what you say you're gonna do. Healthy masculine energy is the energy of taking right action. Healthy masculine energy is the energy of accountability, right? We are being called to call forth all of these aspects that reflect healthy masculine energy, holding ourselves accountable and being accountable for our actions, doing what we say we're going to do, what we've said we were going to do, right? Taking right action, not just sitting there and doing nothing and like giving up. No, taking action to create a better life for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for your descendants that are to come. Heal your masculine energy. I feel called to briefly look at what the book says. The masculine energy is one of action, doing, creating, forcing. In nature, it is balanced out with feminine energy. When we find ourselves embodying this energy, we get things done. We are thinking, logical beings. If we reside here too staunchly, we do not have any room for the opposite energy to come in. Being able to effortlessly flow from one to another, masculine to feminine, is the pinnacle of being in the flow energy. Yeah. That's basically what it is, y'all. For us to be impeccable with our word, for us to be taking action, for us to be logistical and practical, right? Masculine energy is the energy of being realistic, right? In a way. So like the masculine energy is the energy of creating the plan, taking the action, the timeline, seeing everything that's at play and being like, okay, this is what needs to be taken care of. This is how we're going to take care of it. These are our options. The feminine, healthy feminine energy comes in and is like, okay, here's the vision. Here are all the limitless possibilities. The feminine reminds the masculine to not be so limited, because the masculine energy, again, is the energy of the thinking mind, of being practical, of being quote unquote realistic. The feminine reminds the masculine of spirit, of possibility. The feminine is the one that feels into the vision, the one that opens herself up to receive. The masculine is the one that gives, right? So they work together very beautifully, and that is how we are meant to be within our own selves, to be in our healthy masculine of assessing what needs to be taken care of and taking the action to do so, and the feminine being the one to hold the safe space, to feel, to love, and to be reminded that our guardian angels are there, be reminded that limitless possibilities exist. it's this beautiful tandem that we're being encouraged to heal. Ascension. We are, whether or not it feels like it or seems like it, we are ascending to our higher potentials, and the healing, where is the healing that is taking place within all the seeming chaos is we are simultaneously experiencing ascension amidst all of what it is that we're going through. You are ascending amidst all it is that you're growing through at this time. Changes. What I'm receiving here is that all the changes that are taking place are intended to heal you. They're not against you. The changes are not against you. The changes are here to help you, are here to assist you, to be where you're meant to be, who you're meant to be, who you're meant to be with, where it is that you're meant to be, your environment, your relationships, all the changes that you are experiencing. Trust that there is healing intended to take place there, and it is so important that we allow the healing to take place amidst all of the changes. And one of the ways that we allow the healing to take place is accepting, right? What is happening is allowing ourselves to become more consciously aware, to expand our self-awareness amidst all of those changes, of looking in the mirror, right? Just like I mentioned earlier. Here we also have, again, the reminder to ground ourselves. Grounding energy is so important at this time, to ground ourselves. Grounding is also masculine energy. The feminine is very like ascending energy. Ground yourself with Mother Earth. Go on walks, put your bare feet on the dirt, touch some plants, water your plants, tend to your garden. Self-love. Right now, it is so important that you are loving on yourself as you're going through all of this discomfort that you may be going through. It's so important that you have that self-compassion, that you not be hard on yourself, because this season is hard as it is, okay? And also we've got sexual energy. Sexual energy is the energy of creation. Okay, it's the energy of creating. So what are you creating that is healing you at this time? Right? Are you creating? Yeah, create? What is it that you are creating? You're creating solutions? Are you creating new ways of thinking? Are you creating new habits? Are you creating a new daily morning, evening routine? What is it that you are creating in your life that is healing to you? Okay. And also know that sexual energy in and of itself, when done healthily, is very healing. So, all right, y'all, what are we called to surrender? What are we called to surrender in the upcoming couple of weeks as we progress towards, wow, okay, towards the Pisces full moon? All right, let's get into these, y'all. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your strengths, attractiveness, and power. Don't give your power away. Don't diminish your light. Don't diminish yourself by comparing yourself, your path, your journey to other people. When we are going through a season that is not so ideal, humans have the tendency to start comparing themselves to other people who look like they're having a very ideal season. Let go of the comparing. Focus on yourself. Surrender to creativity. I was just talking about how what we're creating is intending to heal us. What is it that you are creating? Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Creativity does assist us in solving quote unquote problems in our lives, because creativity allows us to tap into new ways of thinking, new ways of perceiving, new ways of seeing the world. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Surrender procrastination. Hello, healthy masculine energy. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action and it will attract success. Taking action will attract success. Trust that the actions you are taking are attracting your success. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Surrender your desire to control, period. Okay? Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. I love this so much whenever you catch yourself fearing the past, fearing the future, fearing what could happen, fearing the worst possible outcome. Just stop yourself. Acknowledge that you're doing that you have the tendency to do that, and just bring yourself back to the present moment. Breathe deeply, tune into your breath, and focus on the solutions. Focus on the action that you can take in this moment, okay? Lastly, but not leastly, we got surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity, and even may help you solve the problem. Those were so perfect. Now, let's get into these affirmations, shall we? I'm not going to shuffle the deck more because I feel like this is already quite a long reading, so I'm going to leave it here. Affirm with me, y'all. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. Everything I touch is a success. I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make my mind to be. I move into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. I am flexible and flowing. Remember that adaptability that we were talking about earlier, being flexible? Where's that card? Anyways, y'all know that this already came up earlier in the reading, so we're being affirmed again to be flexible and flowing. I am open to the new and changing. Every moment presents a wonderful new opportunity to become more of who I am. I flow with life easily and effortlessly. I am totally adequate for all situations. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. How is it that you are standing up for yourself in this season, in this moment of your life, as we are going through the healing chaos? I now create a wonderful new job. I do sense that so many people right now are deeply desiring new career, new job opportunity, new opportunity, period. Let's affirm, I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location, and earning good money. Yes. Y'all, thank you so much for being here, for receiving this reading, for opening yourself up and being receptive. I pray that at least one of the messages here really resonated with you and moved you in such a way that you are walking away feeling more comfortable, confident, clear-minded, and clear-hearted. Y'all, you are not alone. You got this. I will be putting timestamps in this video so that in the case that you want to return to this reading, to just be gently reminding you as we progress into the Pisces full moon, into the new month ahead, that it's easier for you to navigate with the timestamps. Again, thank you so much. Make sure to look out for the Pisces full moon journal prompts on my channel. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We got this, y'all. Okay? Bye.